Hey guys, welcome back to Puffet Latte, and welcome back to Café Enchanté. We are on Eel's route. We had some cafe latte art. We are just gonna get right into it. I don't really have much else to say other than that. So, the following day, thanks to everyone's quick reactions, the incident never went public. Oh yeah, he put everyone to sleep. That's what happened. It's been a little while, but we weren't totally off the hook.
ほほー、なるほどなるほど。それは面白いことが起きたものだね。
I forgot about Dromi. Well, I didn't forget about him. I just wiped him from my memory, and now he's back.
まあ、起きるべくして起きたって感じっすよね。
At the time, an unusual combination of guests had visited. Of all the regulars who normally could handle the rush without issue, only Rindo was here with me.
イルさんがどんだけ強いか知らないっすけど、ベスティアじゃ生きていけなさそうっす。こう騙されてサクッと殺されそう。
Leave, Dromi. I don't want to talk to you.
てか、俺の名前も間違えて覚えたままだし。天使ってみんなあんなポヤポヤな感じなんすかね。
That's rude coming from you.
お待たせしました。ご注文のアイスホットケーキとバニラアイスになります。
配膳ご苦労様だね。では早速いただくと。このアイスホットケーキとやらレンジでチンが必須のやつでは。
Brett.
面白い能力っすよね。俺が頼んだのはアイスでよ。かったー！スプーンの方が折れ曲がっちゃったんすけど。
Well, Karya? These two are here as customers right now. Oh, they're so cute. Look at them. Oh. Karya and Kororo next to him clicked their tongues at the same time.
ごめんね。昨日の騒動を聞きつけたのか、どうしても連れてけってうるさくてさ。ミカドのやつ、最近はドローミともよくつるんでて、その時もたまたま一緒だったから。
So the two villains are hanging out together, I see. No, it's fine. There's still customers here. I appreciate their business. Our lively chat continued for a short while.
いやー、それにしてもつくづく打天使というか、彼の得意性は興味深いね。
Mikado had given up on poking his hot cakes with his fork, gazing at the stairs leading to the second floor. Did you say peculiarity?
そうだとも。彼は人外の中でもレア中のレア、天使なのだよ。身体、頭脳ともに優れた存在にもかかわらず、人間界についての知識を身につけるのが非常に遅い。
Oh God.
この矛盾、得意性と言わずして何というのかね。
Now that Mikado had said it so fervently, I stopped working for a minute.
ああ、考えてみればそうっすね。俺だってもうここにはある程度馴染んでるのに。不思議っす。
That's so rude, Dromi. Ew. Wait, Dromi lives with us now? I really hope not. I hate him.
なんつうか、あの抜けっぷり、天然の一言で片付けていいんすかね。
That's...
というわけでだよ。この際、イル君も一度カリア君のように精神鑑定を受けたらどうかな。
I feel like... Okay.
そう、むしろ今からでも。
Upon saying this, Mikado ran up the stairs to the second floor. Hey, wait! You can't just go up on your... However, without a moment's delay, Rindo grabbed him by the collar and restrained him.
話したまえ。人の善意はありがたく受け取っておくべきなんだぞ。
You're just like Glissade. You're just gonna take people's blood.
お前のは善意じゃなくて単なる好奇心だからね。
Also, throwback to Steam Prison with Glissade. I couldn't even say his name for a second.
ほら、もう目的は達したんだし、帰った。 この後Mikado合流する予定なんだろ
僕は諦めないからな。首もとい羽を洗いふっかふかにして待っていたまえ。打天使ことイル君。
Ew, what the fuck is wash your neck mean? It's just like, oh yeah, wash your neck. Or maybe they mean like watch your back or something? Or wait, so he wants... I don't understand this saying, whatever.
羽毛布団かよ。
After being casually tossed out by Rindo, Mikado strides away from the shop.
言ってる当人がイルさんに負けず劣らず変人っす。
So are you. Yeah, exactly. It almost felt like Koro gave Dromi a cold look and told him you're one to talk.
っていうかさ、俺思ったんだけど、人外って大半はいるみたいなもんなんじゃない？カヌスたちとかがこっちに馴染むのが早すぎるだけで。
What do you mean?
ほら、俺体調管理のためにたまにメディオへ空気を吸いに行ってるじゃん。そこで小さい妖精とかにちょくちょく会うんだけどさ、やっぱこっちの話が通じないっていうか、まずホニャララとは何って知識の話から始まるんだよね。普通はさ、そういうもので通じるから説明なんていらないじゃん。
Upon hearing Karya's words, Rindo realized something.
ああ、そうか。例えば妖精に対して車道は危険だから気をつけろって忠告しても。
うん。まず車が何かから説明して、そこからまた車の何が危険なのかまで説明しなきゃいけない。
That made total sense. After all, the fairies had wings. There was no need for cars in their world.
妖精たちはメディオだけで生活が完結してるからいいけどさ、イルは人間界で生活するのが精一杯で、それを学ぶ機会が存在しなかったんじゃないの？まあもちろん自分から引きこもってた影響もあるんだろうけどさ。
That's right. Il's homeland, also known as Kaion, seems to put value in different things. What was he thinking? Rindo went silent with a serious look on his face. Maybe Grandpa had felt the same. He had put all this effort into helping Il settle into a normal life. There was no time to teach him anything else. If only he had more time. But if Il ever changed his mind, if he strongly desired to know more about the human world, I'd want to help him however I could, to help him fulfill his dream. However, speaking of Il, he hasn't shown up to the cafe at all.
いつものことじゃないっすか。きっとゲームに夢中なんすよ。
I guess that's true, but I just hope he's not too down about yesterday. I looked over at the stairs that Mikado charged towards only a minute ago. A flurry of anxious feelings came at me. Maybe we should just go check on him? In the end, after sunset, it was time to close the shop, but Il never came downstairs. I went out to buy things for dinner. As I greeted and chatted with townspeople who I had met along the way, I realized something. Compared to everyone else, I don't hear much talk about Il. Of course, some people expressed concern for him, like the elderly couple I passed by, but for the most part, nothing conspicuous. It's probably because when Grandpa was still alive, he never got to leave the house, which explains why Il never realized how peculiar his values and behaviors came off to others. Since Il started coming outside, I don't really want to restrict him too much. Right, I just have to be more careful next time. Carelessness is the greatest enemy. I engraved those words into my heart. Just then, by sheer coincidence, I happened to pass in front of a game store. Sitting in front of the store was a large retail TV which played lively music. I was hit with deja vu as I choked my stare? Choked? Okay, that's a weird way of saying it. As I choked my stare at what played on the TV screen. Oh, right. Is this an ad for that memorable anime game Eel mentioned? I love the ta-da! When the title was finally revealed, my hunch was confirmed, so I stuck around to watch it. Hoo-hoo! It was the footage and editing. I ended up making a low voice of impression, much like Kanas would. Oh, that was not the Kanas voice. Be like, ho-ho! Something like that.
Enchanté のマスターか。
Behind me, someone talked from a pretty close distance, and I swung around quickly in surprise. Before I knew it, standing there was a man who I'd seen before, but don't really know. He's wearing a hood, and his face is almost totally hidden. If I recall, you were Mikado's assistant?
皇帝 GPM 開発課課長mikado明は私の雇用主だ。
Hello, this is the first time we've spoken, right? I'm Kotone Awaki. It's nice to meet you. Did he not hear me?
お前はいかなる理由でこの映像を観察していたのか。
Huh? This video, he meant the Otome game ad, right? Out of interest, I guess. One of my regular customers has been looking forward to this game's release.
例の打天使か。
Oh, yes, it's him. Mikado must have told you, right?
皇帝だ。
He said it was a remake of the first Otome game he ever played.
そうか。
Unlike Mikado, you're not very interested in Eel, are you?
回答を拒否する。第三者に語る必要性を感じない。
All right. I see. A silent type or just a bookish person?
無駄話が過ぎた。mikado明よりことづてを預かっている。
From Mikado? For me? When he visited the shop around lunch, he was forced to leave, so maybe he didn't get to tell me.
皇帝天崎島における事件、林道薫による妖精界メディオの調査資料の増加によりmikado明はしばらく多忙となり安倍刈谷の身体検査を担当することが不可能となった。
Wait, then what should we do in the meantime?
もとより安倍刈谷は自主的に GPM に出向く傾向がない。よってmikado明の代理として私が次回以降のアンシャンテに出向き彼の検査を担当する。
Okay, so we're gonna have, like, house visits? Oh, I see. Mikado must be having a tough time. I understand. I'll let everyone know. And while you're at it, please come by to enjoy some coffee as a guest, too. Anyway, I'll be going now. Please treat Karia well. That was so uncomfortable. Why does he say nothing?
ああ、やっと見つけた。こんなところにいたのかい、女子くん。まったく、人を迎えに来ると言いながら、約束の時間も場所もガン無視するとはね。おかげでこの人混みの中、君の姿を探す羽目になったよ。何度おまわりさんに声をかけられたことか。ところで、去り際の姿がちらっと見えたけど、アンシャンテのマスターと話していたのかい？
Wait, did he lie?
直接会話するのは初めてだろう。どうだい？彼女に対する印象は。
Or maybe he didn't lie? I'm so confused.
平均的なステータスしか有しない人間。
So rude!
あれを御する力などかけらも持っていない。
つまり興味なしと。厳しい評価だね。喫茶店のマスターにそんな能力を求めるのも酷だと思うけど。
それよりもmikado明。
ん？
この広告映像、乙女ゲームなる娯楽機構についていかなるものなのか詳細な説明を要求する。
So he's interested in Eel. He's definitely given me, like, I don't know. He's giving me some weird vibes. I don't really understand what's wrong with that man, but... Oh shoot, Eel's voice. After I'd secretly watched Kotone depart so that I could go shopping. What? Oh. That's a weird sentence. I returned to my room and began to play otome games as I normally would. I could not shake yesterday's events from my mind. As Kanas had suggested, it was imperative for me to live as usual. However, my thoughts and actions contradicted. Normally, the stories of love shared between the characters on my screen would cause my heart to flutter.
なぜなのでしょう。今は全く楽しめません。
I could hardly put on my headphones. Is it really okay for me to be carefree and play otome games like this? Absent-mindedly, I returned my gaze to the otome game screen in my hands. I pressed the progression button. The next message is, "Thank you for all your help. You're so dependable." The heroine's lines of gratitude to one of the main characters is displayed.
頼り。
For some reason, while the word itself wasn't too unusual, it caught my eye. I pondered the meaning of the word, which suddenly appeared in my view.
頼りになる。頼る。頼。
I realized I'd never taken the opportunity, and I searched through my memory. In otome games, if something happened, it often was the case that a love interest would help out.
少々意地悪をする者はいますが、問題を起こして主人公を困らせるようなものは少数のはず。最終的には主人公を助け、好意的に捉えられるものが大半。
Perhaps that goes for Kotone as well. If she has a similar taste of mind as this heroine. Monsieur, do you have a moment? I found some unusual coffee beans, so I wanted to try blending them. I wanted your thoughts on the taste and to ask for any advice you have.
もちろん、ミシェル先生がしっかり助言してあげますとも。
Is this like stuff that actually happened? Sorry about this, Kanas. I know I asked you to carry everything. Is it heavy?
この程度は軽いものだ。他にできることがあれば何でも言ってくれ。
We like rarely see the back of the cafe, so this is pretty cool.
お前な、一人で外出るなら隙だらけで歩くのやめろっての。タチの悪いナンパ野郎に絡まれるのはこれで何回目だ。
You say that, but how can I not be so vulnerable? But I'm glad you showed up to help, Ignis. Thank you. Where's Rindo in this? Rindo's just thrown in the trash. I recall daily life here with the figures of others helping Kotone. In contrast,
琴音、琴音、今日時間は空いていますか？あなたに折り入ってお願いがあります。可能ならば今日中にここに私を連れて行ってほしいのです。
Ew, I just baked those wonderful cookies you mentioned before.
ありがとうございます。あなたの焼いたクッキーは程よい甘さで大変好ましいのです。私は特にこのココア生地が練ってあるクッキーの味を気に入っています。
Ooh, choco cookies. When you say that, it makes it worth making them. Oh, I'll clean the dishes, so leave them there. Are there any other snacks you want? It might take some time to practice, but I'm up to the challenge.
そうですね。では。
Eel, you can't. Oh my god. Eel was just like, actually, I have a full list. I stood in reflection until I realized.
私はほとんど琴音の役に立っていないのでは。
In fact, I asked her for things, am pampered, and now I've created more work for her. Well, in a way, I suppose nothing's changed since Soan was around. But with her, when it comes to Kotone, for some reason, I have the urge to rebuke myself. Even though right now, she's not in low spirits or in any sort of trouble. But that doesn't change how kind she is as Enchanté's keeper, for which I am grateful. Therefore,
彼女のためにできることを。
before I realized it, I had put away my game console and walked in front of a certain room.
あ、誰だよ。
私です。
Oh god.
箱入り？お前が俺たちの部屋に来るなんて珍しいな。入っていいぜ。
A hermit. While I was somewhat accustomed to the term, it stung as I entered the room. There's no sign of Kanos. He's likely returned to Medio. I decided to get straight to the point.
イグニス、あなたに尋ねたいことがあるのですが。
んだよ、またゲームの話か。なら俺じゃなくて、カヌスか琴音あたりに。
I shake my head. Then,
あなたが言う箱入りから変わるにはどうすればいいのでしょう。
は？
oh, I love Ignis. I still love Ignis after all the bullshit from his root. It just makes the best expressions. So there you have it. For a while, Mikado's assistant will be stopping by. Don't be surprised if he enters the shop. Just greet him as normal. While they partook in their dinner, I told everyone about my earlier conversation. I already told Rendo, who isn't here, and the main person concerned, Karya, through my smartphone.
了解。にしてもアンシャンテにも新規の顧客が増えたね。
うん。少し前までは想像もしていなかった変化だ。
大半がろくでもねえ客だけどな。あの変人の部下ね。癖がある予感しかしねえな。
警戒は必要であろうな。
How is he gonna drink coffee too? Doesn't he have a piece of paper in his face? He's just gonna spill the coffee on the paper, maybe? Just being Mikado's assistant has done huge damage to his reputation. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to ask his name. I should ask next time. Until he tells me, I'll go with Mr. Assistant for convenience, as I think about calling him this. I take a glance over at Eel, who had finished eating his pancakes and ice cream parfait. He's quiet right now, but he was responding like normal during dinner. It seems he's gone back to his usual self, so I'm relieved. Just then,
ごっそさん、今日の飯もなかなかだったぜ。
Ignis finishes eating his last bite. Everyone takes that as a signal to say their after-meal greetings. Then, everyone except for Eel stands up from their seats to carry their dishes to the kitchen. As usual, Mizir and Kanis go to take Eel's items. Or so they tried. Eel picks up his plate and avoids their outstretched hands. Huh? Just... What's wrong? He would always just smile and thank them for taking it. Eel looks at the plate in his own hands and his face stiffens into a somewhat dignified look.
私、自分で片付けます。
Oh god. Oh god. With an uncertain manner in his hands, he stacks the plates he was using and raises them up, strains to keep them balanced, and walks towards the kitchen entrance. At that time, at that moment, a great commotion took over Enchanté.
バカな。イルが自ら片付けを。一体何が起きたというのだ。
今やってる乙女ゲームにすごい打つエンドがあって、その精神的ショックでどうにかしちゃったとか。
Oh my god! Mikado! Wait, no. Maybe we should call Mr. Assistant to do a medical exam?
お前らな、冷静に考えろ。逆に今までこんぐらいのこともしてなかったのがおかしいんだっつうの。
That's true, but this is too sudden, so I'm worried.
ま、あいつだって気が変わることぐらいあんだろ。ごちゃごちゃ騒いでねえでよ。 俺らもとっとと片付け。
Ignis's face suddenly stiffened. He pointed his gaze towards Eel's hands as he entered the kitchen.
バカ！お前なんで大皿をコップの上に重ねてんだ。んな持ち方じゃ落とすに決まってん。
That night, the fallen angel's redemption was punctuated by the shattering of a dozen dishes. It thundered beautifully throughout Enchanté. Oh no, no. Well, chapter 2. We're a mess. This is horrible. I mean, at least Eel's trying to take responsibility, you know? I'm proud of him for that. That's like, it's hard to do that. Where the fuck are we? Moonlight illuminated the empty road. Oh god. A man desperately ran along the road, unnaturally devoid of any sign of people. No matter how much he ran, no matter where he fled. No matter how much he shouted. There was nobody to hear of his crisis, nobody to lend him a hand. There was only the man sprinting in the darkness, and... Whoa! Oh shit, I think there's another angel. Whichever path he chose mattered not. A white shadow descended from above. Considering its height and visible eyes, the only thing for certain was that it resembled a young man. Of course, a normal young man could never soar through the night sky. This fact alone set the youth apart from being comprehensible to the man. He was no different from a monster. Only silences returned, when the young man narrowed his eyes. At the man's feet, many layered, complicated patterns appear. Something interrupted the man's whimpered holler. There was a beam of light. It carried the man to another place. A kidnapping? The boy checked to see where the man went. Behind him, other white shadows approached and called to him with indifference.
サンプル回収完了。
Isn't that the same voice as Mr. Assistant?
目標数は残り13体。各自対象範囲内で実験に適合する人間の捜索。捕獲に戻れ。
Oh god. Without so much as a nod, the white shadows dispersed in silence. Their leader gazes upward to the night sky. Then he stops himself. He gazes in the direction of a certain cafe and mutters to himself.
あるべき姿に戻る時が来たぞ。
Oh shit. Then what? Oh god. Oh god. Wait, so does that mean that Mikado's assistant is the angel? Or does that mean that Mikado's assistant is working with the angel and we were like in his point of view? I don't know. 1 week after the great commotion, for better or for worse, Café Enchanté more or less continued as normal.
有名人の不倫、政治家の横領、根拠のかけらもない神隠しね。
Oh shit. Here, Ignis, the hamburger and the juice you ordered. I put hot sauce on it, but if it's still not enough, you can use this Tabasco.
ああ、サンキュー。
Branded, wow. We're gonna stop right here. I realized that I went a little over, but I was just so enthralled by the frickin' possibilities. Next episode, I guess we're gonna find out, like, who the fuck is Mikado's assistant? Like, will he take the paper off of his face? Or, well, is he working with this angel man and these other two weird people? I don't know what's happening. We're gonna find out next time.